Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. We are playing a 5-point match on the Backgammon Hub. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Try to play well, take a look at the computer analysis afterwards, and I'll try to explain my thinking a bit as we go along. Assuming we have a match, which maybe we don't. I took a little while to start the match, so maybe he left. Hello? Oh, there he goes. All right, good match to my opponents. I think they, there's a bunch of, I think everything's probably close here. I think the computer doesn't mind this play, though. You know, for money or at a normal match score. You can probably split and bring one down also. I was actually hitting might be good there because he's got like this really great builder on the 9. So you kind of like taking away half his role when he has like such great building power, you know. So probably that is the role I'll play. Although, like I said, I think things are actually pretty close. Let's duplicate some stuff probably. 6-4. Good. Yeah, I can hit and go to 21. Pretty reasonable. Good. Can make the ace. Hope he dances and then cube him. Seems like a plan. See if he cooperates, though. He doesn't cooperate. How rude. How rude. All right. Well, I don't love that 6, but I do love this anchor. Hitting is a bit much, maybe. So I do get a Cuban on the dances, but maybe, like I said, I'm forgoing the anchor. Kind of spreading blots everywhere, giving up the 8-point. Not that this is that good either, though. So I don't know. I cannot double the dances now. Boy, my position's so bad. Ugh. I hate everything about this position. Actually, well, except the fact that I can hit him. I think this is the one play that keeps me alive. It wouldn't be crazy for him to double that. Because he's probably still winning if he dances, you know. That was too good. Okay, yeah, good play on. Even if I roll like a 1-4 or something, you don't really, still can't take this. 1-5? Yeah, so bad. Okay. There might be something better there. I don't know. Splitting safety or something. Splitting 5, 6 to 5. Split with the 6. Diversify with the ace. I guess. I don't like that nothing's really duplicated with good point-making numbers, you know. So it's possible I should just do this. Yeah, I would have gotten smacked. Instead, I'm smacking him back. No, I don't think so. He's running, and I'm rolling a 3 or a 6-6 to hit him. Yes. Yeah, I might be playing this a little too passively. But I didn't want to give up my midpoint there and leave a bunch of shots. Put a little bit more pressure on him by making the ace and not the 3. Might be a little easier for me to play next turn if I don't hit him or if he doesn't safety. I don't know, but the board quality is much better this way. Race is better this way. In fact, I can maybe cube this. Yeah. Good. Well, 2 anyways. Duplicates 4, 5. Get another builder for the 4. Felt like there was something there. Alrighty, got a blot. Maybe I do leave the shots this time. Although it's 8 shots as opposed to 2. Yeah, I'll take another look at this. 8 versus 2. So no, he's not thinking about redoubling, but if he did ever redouble this game, may take points to raw 25%. Win some gammons here. It's a little riskier due to the number of blots situation, but winning 4 would be sweet. More shots too. Yeah, if it's double match point, I think I go in a different direction. Gammon's probably fairly close. Let's see. 4, 8. Yeah, 12. I think he needs 12 crossovers to save the gammon. So I'm going to take on a little risk, given that the gammon is pretty close. Maybe it was 13. Yeah. Yeah, still pretty close. Glad I took that checker off. Need a set. It's not going to happen. Okay, so it's going to be 2 to 1 to 5. So, yeah, I got to be pretty careful about taking gammonish initial cube here. This score is always a little tricky. Like everything that looks like reasonable money doubles in gammonish positions. Those are typically passes. Sometimes big passes, depending on how gammonish it is. Yeah, I should play a little conservatively too. I don't know if that was too conservative though. You don't slot, but you could play 24 to 23. Alright, he should go after me, which it looks like he's doing. I don't have anything yet. Gotta be on the lookout though. I don't like this. like this. Like, okay, so he hits covers and I dance, and he's got a pretty strong cube, you know. I wouldn't be crazy to cube this. Definitely taking there, though. Okay, so this sort of does a lot. Okay, so should I cube this? It's a little tricky due to the score. Huh. Got so many well, let's see what happens. I don't know about this. I mean, I cube it for money, but I started diminishing the value of my gammons by doubling if he takes, you know. That's not super clearly a take, I guess. So let's see what happens. Okay, it does take. I rolled kind of a bad number. Maybe I don't even leave him the aces out there, since aces don't hit inside. And actually, the req, he gets very, oh, she's dancing like crazy. Gets extremely powerful recubes. The take point is 40% or something. Ugh, gross. Like, this is a pass already, I think. Like, I'm clearly an underdog here, right? No, it doesn't even cube. No, it's like arguably too good, maybe. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at the cube action in that game afterwards. This is sort of the most interesting decisions there. Yeah, I don't think he fully understands the score. All right, so that's 3-way, 2-away. Ooh, don't do this. All right, I hit him now or hit him later? I got him. Got him the hard way. Now I got to go after him, I'm sure. Maybe I should have gone after him before. That got me. Threes. Not like that. All right, let's try this. All right, I'm up in the race. If I can escape here, it's probably a good thing. Like even with like a 6-1 or something. I mean, assuming he's just, well, I was thinking he was going to safety this guy, but this might be a better plan. See, this is what I thought he was going to do, but yeah, I don't know. Since he's down in the race, yeah, I would have gave proper consideration to like attacking me like he did. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look at it. All right. Anyways, I roll excellently. He's rolling decent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Suppose you could also distribute there a little instead of ripping the last guy off the 4. That's probably pretty close. Somehow he's caught up. pulled ahead. I don't know, am I desperate enough to try to think about big doubles? Like 5-5 gets me down to 4 checkers. So there's 4-4. I don't know if I'm that desperate though yet. It's pretty bad. Like I might only get 2 more rolls there. So 1, 2. Okay, so now I really want to take off 4. Didn't matter. Okay. I played okay, not great. Yeah, I wonder if my double is bad in that 3-away, 4-away game. A little tricky. I hate that score. I mean, doubling. I kind of like it. It's kind of easier to play from the 4-away, from the 4-away score than the 3-away score. So 3-away like more than 3-away, 3-away, 4-away, 3-away, 5-away, 3-away, 6-away, and so on. It's always a little tricky to find good doubles in gammonish positions. Some people call that the PR killer scores, you know. Let me just, yeah, let's go through this. Okay, so I'm on the bottom. Okay, so let's see. I made 1 checker play blunder and 2 doubling errors. I think it gets 1 missed cube, and I'm going to guess it doesn't like the 3-away, 4-away cube. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so yeah, here it's actually not that close. It's opening 4-3. I think partly due to, like, for instance, if the builder on the 9 was on the 11, I think it's less important to hit with the 4. Because this is a high quality builder here. It's lower quality on the 11. And so you have more incentive to take half white's roll away. So I guess you kind of have to do this after 4-1 split, 4-3. I mean, maybe it's a little closer for money because of the gammons. Doubled gammons are quite valuable at this score. But .03, I didn't expect that much, you know. No, yeah, you gotta do this at the score. I mean, you gotta do this for money also. So like here it's closer. Yeah, here it's a lot closer. You can do other stuff. 5-1 is interesting. 5-1, there's this other play where you step up twice, which the computer like either likes or doesn't mind, you know. And then 2 down is gammon go, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, given that it's like a little tricky, this 4-3 response to the ace split. Maybe I should just memorize this stuff. I don't know. The gammon go tends to like 2 down. A little more than for money, you know. Anyways. I didn't really have it memorized, but I know I've looked at that stuff before, and I sort of remembered that like hitting and splitting is like okay at like, you know, against any ace split. Okay, it's playing okay. Strangely, the computer doesn't mind 4-3 after hitting. I guess due to the 3 duplication. It's kind of 4 duplication the other way, though. I don't know. I would have expected 22-21 to be quite a bit better than 4-3 after hitting. All right, 5-5 is good. Got a choice on the last one. I played 11-6. The computer likes it. Okay, yeah, no, it hates hitting here. Yeah, I just thought, I don't know, it's pretty solid and could make a great anchor. So it's both good and bad. You know, it's good when you get missed because it's a great builder, decent slot. So there's nominally a similar number of shots probably. Obviously, I don't love giving up the 8-point and the 20-point. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I didn't really think about this. After entering and hitting, I did pause, but I was thinking about like 8 to 7 versus 24 to 22. 8 to 7 squared. And out of those two plays, I did choose the right one. I think the computer's value in keeping that checker back on the 24 does this weird looking play. I mean, people, I don't think this is a super tough play to find. If you think about how you want the back checker on the 24 and not the 22, probably. So it doesn't get it could get hit off the 22, and it's not like a big deal to spring that guy soon. I don't know. Maybe that's not everything that's going on there. It just seems to me like you want. Oh no, I guess the main thing going on is the computer's averse to leaving a direct shot here. Yeah, that must be the pretty much the whole thing. With like the position of this back checker a secondary consideration. The race is close, so you really hate to be hit here. So you do this ugly thing. Yeah, this is findable, I think. I just didn't think in the right terms. I think honestly, if I had two guys on the 6, I think I would have considered the switch more, but because there was 3 guys there, it's a little trickier to see. Okay, pop out. He hits me. It's not crazy to cube this, but the computer agrees with holding off. And then yeah, he's too good. I hit him. He's still a little too good, but he cashes. 6-1 looked a little weird. Yeah, computer doesn't want to. I mean, it does. This is a bit of an upgrade probably because it makes a good 3 prime. But you know, you hate leaving the shot here. So the computer finds this other productive thing. Okay, so this is okay. No, this is the 5-way 4-way game. All right, it does want to spread things out here. Fine. Great building power when missed. You play a little chicken. Okay. All right, now it likes my play. It doesn't do this. I guess because it's a loss of the midpoint. Oh, hey, Rob. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, so I don't think I considered it at all. I think I might have seen like 6 to 5 squared, and I actually didn't think about picking up the blot from the 6-point after that. I feel like I would have found it if I considered it, you know. Like I don't think it's that hard a play to find. So that must have been my one checker play blunder this match. Okay, good, yes. 8 to 3 versus 6 to 1 is pretty close. If your only goal is to hit him next turn, you do this, but obviously the board quality is worse. And then, yeah, good double, good take. I roll a nice 6-2. I noticed the 4-5 duplication after this play. And then, okay, it does want to pay the 8 shots here. I had that right. Versus 2 shots, but for much, much better building power against a somewhat not put together board. Like, I'm pretty sure my play would be right if he had this 4-point locked up. But yeah, I guess the board he is, don't get me wrong, he is hitting with all 8 shots. He's not paying full price because I hit him back sometimes. No, it doesn't like 11 to 5. What was it like there? Oh, 11 to 10, 6 to 1 to up the gammons. Yeah, I didn't consider this, and I don't think I would have played it had I had I considered it. I mean, I would have done this if I had my 4 point filled in right away. I think already I would have, because it's, you get away with it and you get the closeout most of the time. Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's what you'd expect. My play wins the most, 77.5, but it only gives up about 6% wins versus the attack play, because I guess this doesn't win. This is still a little awkward to bring home. Yeah, maybe that's the key. If like the safe play was like very close to home free, you would do it. But this is still like a little tricky. Like most of my sixes will leave shots, I think. All of them except maybe 6-6 leaves a direct shot next roll. Yeah, so that's probably the key to seeing this. Like, okay, so clearly hitting wins the most gammons. Clearly. This wins the most, but still a little wishy-washy. Yeah, no, I guess if I thought in those exact terms I could have found this, but yeah, I didn't even really consider it, to be honest. And then here I have to leave a shot. So it's easier to find the hit here. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a little more dangerous to hit because it's 3 blots and 4 3 hits. Actually, I guess it's the same. It's the similar number of shots. Same number of shots, actually. All aces, 6-6-3-3 hits, 13 shots. This is all aces plus 4-3, 13 shots. But obviously the 1 blot versus 3 blots. So double match point, you probably do. You probably do this. But obviously this wins the most gammons. One of the dances. Loses more gammons too, though. It does sort of work for a bit. Okay, a gammon is close, so that's when the extra checker off matters the most. Yeah, gammons are around 50%. So even though I'm getting hit a fair bit more by ripping a checker here, the computer does agree that is correct. Yeah. And then I do not win a gammon. Okay. Fine. Oh, yeah, okay, and this is a 3-way, 4-way game. This is where the cube action gets a little weird. $13-7. Yeah, no, I think I did see this possibility. I didn't love getting a second man sent back sometimes. So I try this other plan, but he is pretty happy to hit me off the 20 off his 5 point. These stacks on the 8 and 6. And while you get away with this is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. It was a tough play for me. Obviously, because I saw it and didn't choose the right play. Okay, so yeah, you definitely don't cube here. Wouldn't be ridiculous for money, but you still don't cube for money there. Be closer though. Already hits. I hit him back. Yeah, can't cube this. Can't cube this. I do a lot with this 6-3, and then he dance. I was too good to double. Interesting. Okay, so this apparently is one of my cube errors. Yeah, well, honestly, I wasn't sure about the take pass here. So I thought it was a good time to cube, but I guess the position is just some monster money pass that's even too good at this score where I don't know. Maybe he's still a huge pass at the score where you can maybe take a little deep if it's gammonish. So I still thinks it's too good at the score. Fine. I roll badly. He gets back in it. And then like I might have actually I might have actually passed this, to be honest. That's what my gut said, anyways. I mean, I would have found a, I would have thought about it. Maybe would have found the take, but I was a little scared to be cubed here at the score. Anyways, for money, I just scoop it up. But my take points 40% at the score. So apparently, I win this close to 50, which was not obvious to me at all. You know, it's a little hard sometimes to distinguish between 50 and 60 because you're not used to it. It's easier to distinguish between like 20 and 30 because you know that's usually the type of stuff you're thinking about when deciding whether to take or pass. So yeah, I was pretty far off here, but he did not double me. In fact, I probably played it wrong. I probably just stay out of harm's way a little bit. And then he cashes next turn when it's arguably too good. Again, because my take point is so high. Oh, I got a little excited here, I guess. Yeah, what threw me off was he's definitely not supposed to run with the 6-2. I've seen other people make this mistake too, but your opponent makes like a bad play. And like you want to punish it, right? So you double, but it's like I've seen people like I've doubled early, and I've seen other people double early in these similar situations. So it's not quite here, despite the arguments for doubling at the score. All right, the checker play is okay. I'm glad to see it's close because I wasn't too sure. Computer does like this though. Try to contain the checker when there's only one man back versus two, and black has the stronger board. I didn't love the fact that there's all these shots. So I do something a little more solid, but no, the computer doesn't quite like it. Luckily, I hit him next turn. I do contain him now. I get out of there, he hits me back. And then somehow I lose this race. And then lose the match. All right, so what actually did happen? So there's one check. Oh, yeah, there's just this 1-1 that I overlooked. Yeah, this is definitely an oversight. There's only two types of checker play errors you can make in this game. You can just overlook a play as a candidate, or you can see it as a candidate and misweigh the factors. You know, just think, oh, something's more important. Safety is more important than something else, when actually safety is paramount, or vice versa, as it is here. This is definitely of the oversight variety. You'd think it'd be easy, like, not to like overlook plays after 20 years of playing, but no, 25 years of playing now, actually. Nope, still overlook stuff. I don't know how to stop. It's like I'm addicted or something. All right, let's see if we can get a match. Probably just play one more. One more short one. Bert. Does Bert want to play? Yes, he does. All right, good match to Bert. So, Rob, do you play on this site at all? This backgammonhub.com? It's kind of like a nice, simple interface. Not a lot of like bells and whistles, which I kind of like, you know. Unlike Heroes, Heroes have got all the bells and whistles. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, I don't need like 80% of it. Looks like it should make us 4 there, because the 8 and the 2 don't go well together. All right, let's blitz and cube the dances. Oh, he says hi, good luck. That's nice. Yeah, good pass, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of sites. The only reason I really started playing on this site was because it's got really good tournament running infrastructure, like the best I've seen. And then my club runs local. My local club runs weekly tournaments on it. So this is sort of where I do most of my practice nowadays. It doesn't have a big user base though. That looks weird. Like Heroes has a much bigger user base, and I'm sure Galaxy does too. I'm assuming Galaxy is still pretty popular. This looks weird. Also, not going to cube this mistake this time though. I really do like this, but yeah, this doesn't look as good. Aesthetically, I'm going to do this and probably cube here. I'm 4 away, so I should be pretty aggressive. So even if this isn't a cube for money, which I probably would cube this for money, I'm cubing at the score. Oh, hey, Gwen. Hey, you guys found me. You guys found me on YouTube. I always split. Like, I don't know how much I should try to make this like a thing, a regular backgammon stream or whatever. Um, like, I don't know how. I'm not really sure what people want to see, and I'm not really sure like how big a market for it is, anyways. Um, Ace, I like 1-3. Does this cover? Oh my God, this covers. 18-2 to make a 6-point board. You don't see that much. I was gonna say 6-1 and I'm sorry 1-1 yeah 1-3 and 1-6 don't cover there. 4-4 happily covered. All right, gammons are probably pretty valuable at the score. Although I got pretty good gammon chance without taking on a ton of risk. Let me see. So 5, 13, 14, 15. It's a 15 crossovers. This guy rage quit on me. He says Bert left the match. I know. Oh no, he's back. Okay, so 15 crosses or something. 16. I got, well, I don't know. Gammas are so valuable. I'm gonna try this, but maybe the gamma's locked up enough that this is wrong. Yeah, this could be wrong too. Right. Yeah. The other thing about Twitch is it only keeps the videos around for 8 days. YouTube will keep it around for, forever. All right, that was an easy gammon. I'm gonna say lucky. Because I was. Luck stat diff is going to be huge. Yeah, probably. I very rarely look at the luck numbers, but I think people seem to pay attention to that stuff. So let's see. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is that huge? 2 point something versus 0.6. Oh, I played a 0. That's pretty sweet. I think that might be my second 0 of the day, actually. This one was pretty easy though. I only felt like I was guessing on like a couple decisions. Yeah, the computer agrees. Yeah, I made no errors. Yeah, pretty solid pass here. All right, I might end on that high note. It wasn't even like that much interesting stuff. Okay, so 4-4 he should make. Yeah, he should make his 8-point instead of his 9. He should make his 4-point from the 8-point instead of his 9-point after making the 2. Yeah, this just didn't look right because he's keeping his 8-point at a time when he has this 2-point made. Those points kind of don't go good together. And it's not like he has 5 checkers on his midpoint. He only has 4 checkers there. So 4 seems like it should have more value than the 9, even though you have to give up your 8 point to make it. Mm, yeah. Yeah, I think there are several ways you can measure. You can measure the luck, I know, but I've never really like thought about it or looked into it. And different sites and different programs, I think, do it differently. More reason just to ignore the thing. Yeah, I did think about hitting here. It's great. It's good when it works. Don't get me wrong, but no, the distribution is still bad. Then this is nice and solid, solid and safe against the against the stronger board versus mine. So I thought on balance I should play pretty safely here. Hmm. Yeah. Yes, people seem to put a lot of weight in that stuff. I just never. I don't know. If it's not going to help me play better, I don't really care. Like I don't know. Maybe it makes you feel better if like you lose against like a weaker player or something, and it's you get a little bit of a you get a little serotonin boost when you see, oh yeah, I actually got unlucky. Serotonin is not the right word, but you feel a little more, you get a little relief when they did verify that, oh, my opponent got a lot more lucky than I did. I don't know. I don't really care about that stuff. I don't even care about winning that much, at least when playing online. I just kind of want to like play well and try to learn something. Like I'd rather play well and lose online than play badly and win. Like I get happier about the first one than the second one. Um, Even live. I mean, live. There's money at stake. I still have that inclination a little bit. If I lose and play well, I'm like still like a little happier in some sense than playing bad and winning a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit of that going on. I'm not playing for big stakes or anything, so that's part of it. Yeah. Oh, hey, Steve. Yeah, it's pretty easy for me apparently. Yeah, he took a huge pass here. Yes, this is something with like the score matters a lot, I think. Not that it wouldn't be a pass for money, but I think it's closer for money than it is at this 4-way, 5-away score. Yeah. Well, it depends on how, doesn't it? So you say, yeah, the winner in a BG mess is almost always luckier than the loser. Doesn't that depend on like exactly how you calculate luck? I understand that like some like normal ways to calculate luck that'll be true. But isn't there like some way you can measure luck where even when if you're like if you're like a little luckier than your opponent but play a lot worse, um, you'll lose and be luckier. Isn't there a way to calculate luck that's like that? I would think there would be. Yeah, I see. Luck cost. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about this stuff. But anyways, back to the position. Yeah, 4-away, 5-away. I'm up in the match, which maybe means he should take deep. But the problem is I'm 4-away, which means he needs to be a little conservative. It's 4-away and I'm only up by a little bit. So for instance, at 0-0 in a long match, this is still a pass, I think, but I think it's a lot closer. Like maybe it's more like point 0.1 or 0.15 or something. Um, at 0-0 and a 9, say. No, see, it's even closer. It's like borderline. This borderline is 0-0 and a 9. Um, but yeah, 4-away, 4-away, 5-away. It's some huge pass. 4-away, 3-away is like is that like too good? 4-away, 3-away is like such a huge pass that is like almost too good. It's closer to too good, anyways. Yeah, so a 4-away, 2-away maybe. Yeah, you can almost justify playing on for the gammon. I mean, in practice, you're doubling. Um, But yeah, you can always justify playing on for the gammon from here at 4 away, 2 away. Alrighty. Yeah, so anyways, he happily takes. I mean, I've taken stuff like this before. These 1.3 positions. It's not that hard. Stuff that's like unclear for money, or 0-0 in a long match. If you think about the score the wrong way, or you misanalyze the position a little bit, yeah, I can see making a mistake and taking this. I roll a bad 6-6, but I do get to attack next roll. I didn't love this 5-3, but it does hit. Does hit okay. And then yeah, here's where 1-3 and 1-6 doesn't cover, because you have to run from the back. At least with 1-6 you're forced to run from the back. 1-3 your 3 is blocked. So something to watch out for when deciding on checker plays sometimes. Here there wasn't much of a choice. But sometimes it's like a real reason not to like hit the guy slotting the last point in the board if like some of these numbers that would normally cover don't cover. Fortunately, 4-4 works. And then I play a little aggressively in the bear off. Okay, good, it's close. Right, yeah, if your only goal is not to be hit, obviously you do this, because this is 5-5-6-6 next turn. And it's a lot more risk down the line. Like picture how 6-5 plays. And you have like a ton of blot numbers there. You do this, 6-5 is fine. So it's not just the 2 blot numbers, it's like more stuff. It's more stuff down the line. Blots in your home board equals poison for take pass decisions, right? Yeah, so like that take. Right. Yeah, like I can take like okay, so I hit him, he hits me back. That's usually great for whites, but not here with the blots. So what is it with like the like for instance if the 4-point was if like it put the guy on his 2-point back on his 4, that probably turns it into like a take, and maybe a solid one. Even at the score. Yeah, I don't think I'm passing this now. Yeah, pretty solid take. Still a cube though. And this is in between, obviously. Yeah, not as big a take, but still a take. Yeah, good point. Or maybe a better comparison. Like a 2-point board, maybe. Yeah. What is this? This is obviously still a cube, because even with the 4-point locked up, it was a cube. Maybe this is I don't know. Is this like take for money, pass at the score or something? Yeah, take for money, pass at the score. Yeah, we can verify that, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right, but yeah, my bear off plays weren't too bad. Yeah. Yeah, small. Well, I wouldn't. I mean, I was gonna say small pass at the score, but I guess it's 0.1, which I don't know. In a complicated, like that's like a blunder. They say that's a blunder, like 0.1, but I don't know, in like a complicated, like blitzy type position. Sometimes I don't feel too bad about taking a 1-1 or passing a 0.9. Like I always think like I'm not, if it's like a complicated position, I'm like not that far off. If I'm unsure and I begrudgingly take a 1-1, it's like, all right, I got that quite a bit wrong, but not, I mean, my thinking wasn't too far off. Like there's not a flaw in my thinking, not some fundamental flaw in my thinking. It's just a misanalyzing of some minor factors. Yeah, 9. Yeah, that's how I think about it too. Sometimes a bear off or something, I think is probably a bigger fundamental mistake. If you take a 1.1 and a bear off, you should be able to avoid those a lot more easily than like a 1-1 in a blitzy position. You can't get those cubes right, yeah. Some Japanese people probably can, but I certainly can't consistently. Like I've taken like way too many 1.4s and passed too many 0.6s, to consider point 1 a big deal. Yeah, especially with close checker plays like this. Like this is no big deal. Like I had the factors right. I had the directionality of the wins and gammons right, and I was unsure. And it's only 0.01 something, so it was sort of right to be unsure. Even though I got this wrong, probably. Like for instance, I'm like closer. I think I'm closer to getting this correct than someone who plays 11 to 2 and is like super confident about it. Um, at least if they think it's like if they think my play is a big error, I think you can argue like I'm actually understand the position better, even though I get it wrong. Because I'm like, okay, I thought it was like zero point zero 0.01 the other way, so I'm off by like zero point zero 0.02 or zero point zero 0.03 or something. Someone who thinks it's like zero point zero 0.05 difference or zero point 0.1 difference, they're off by like more than that, even if they get it right. You hear sort of similar stuff. I mean, if your only goal is to win, you probably clear the 6. Although apparently, yeah, no, if your only goal is to win, you clear the 6. But the game is close enough, and there's such a huge difference in the number of checkers off that you bear off 2 guys here. The difference in danger isn't that big. Even if you roll like a 6-1 next roll, you could enter with a 6 right away. Yeah. I try to explain that to people sometimes. Sometimes people don't really get what I'm saying. Like when I say the person who got it wrong was actually closer than the person who got it right. But I think that's sort of fundamentally sound. Like if it's close, and it's not like something calculable, I think the important thing is to be unsure about it. Like if you think one of those plays is right by a lot, you're way off. If it's close, sort of how we think about these types of errors. That's why we bet on people I play Chouette with. We often have disagreements on checker plays, cube actions, whatever. Nice way to settle it is we make like a bet on the position. Like, oh, I'll bet you this is a take. I bet you this is a pass. I bet you my checker play is better than your checker play. And sometimes we'll just bet like $20 or something on a long rollout. Like we'll roll it out to statistical significance, and who's ever right gets $20. A better way to do it is something we do sometimes. We call it an equity bet. We bet based on the difference of the plays. And often it's like just $1 per 0.01. So for instance, if someone's play is right over another person's play by 0.1, the player who's wrong will pay the player who's right $10. Or you can do it for more also. But it's sort of a nicer way to do it, because you're not paying like a big amount when you're just off by like a tiny amount. You're just paying $1 or $2 or whatever. So I kind of like doing that. We call this equity bets. It's a little tricky when you get into like no double decisions, especially when it's like a pass already and someone thinks it's not good enough. There's some question about how much to pay in those situations, but you got to kind of agree. You got to kind of agree on a way to do it beforehand. Yeah. So okay. So it's sort of a similar thing when you say XG2 plays a sub 0.5 PR. Sure, it might make turns the best play, but it still messes up the differences. Yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying. Like it's not just the PR. Like if you wanted to study how good a bot is, and you had like a perfect player to show you what's actually right, actually the bot's PR. You'd want to pay attention not just to the PR, but like when it gets something wrong, how wrong it's getting it. I guess when it gets something right, if it thinks it's like right by a lot and it's actually just right by a little bit, you could use that as a measurement also. of how good a bot is. You can't do that with a human because I guess you could. I mean, if every decision the human said, I think this is right by this amount, and then you could add up how far he was off on every decision. That would be a better measure of how good a player is than PR, right? But no one's going to do that, obviously. But with the bot, it would be easier. Let's see. I think I had two friends that did something similar at one point. Okay, they had a position. I guess this is a little different, but they had a position and they weren't sure about the cube action on. And actually, the checker plays were like complicated after the checker plays. And so they listed out all the roles, all 21 unique roles. And then they said like what their preferred, they wrote down what their preferred play is for every role. And then they had like an equity bet on every role, just as like as a way to bet on the position. Yeah, lots of people in Galaxy use two-ply. Right. Yeah, two-ply probably isn't great if you're relying on it. Two-ply XG isn't great if you're relying on it, to find your errors. So I guess on Galaxy the two-ply is the free version, and then you get like a four-ply if you pay for it or something. Is that how it works? Yeah, and by the way, GNU two-ply is not equivalent to XG two-ply. GNU two-ply goes one ply deeper than XG two-ply. Like GNU's, but the thing that looks at the position and comes up with the equity and comes up with win, gammon, loss numbers without any look ahead, that's called the static evaluator. The static evaluator for GNU is called zero-ply. And so if you look like one level deeper, look at all like the possible roles and then average the result. GNU calls that one-ply. XG static evaluator actually starts at one-ply, like with no look ahead. And so the look ahead one level is called two-ply. So it's like there's like a one difference in what the plies mean, GNU versus XG. Snowy, I think, used the XG way to do it. GNU zero-ply seems like more correct to me, but it's probably one-ply is more user-friendly to call it one-ply. Yeah. So I guess Galaxy by default is just like one step look ahead. In other words, the XG two-ply, whereas the stuff on Hero, stuff on Hub, I think it uses the GNU two-ply by default. Yeah. Anyways, I think that was the match. All right, well, I'm going to sign off now. I might be back later tonight to commentate some matches in the weekly tournament, but I got to do some stuff before then. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. This was fun, and we'll see you next time.